What's going on, guys? Happy 2024. We are here on Come On Mountain, and we have got a lot to go over today, guys. Today's video is going to be on what's coming in 2024 to Come On Mountain.
Come on.
There's a whole lot of stuff, guys, that is behind the scenes right now in works that I haven't talked about yet and stuff because, well, some of it ain't final yet, and some of it's just a plan in motion, I should say. But we're going to go over some must-dos this year that is definitely going to take place. And we're going to kind of go in the order. The cabin. The cabin is something that needs to be addressed. As you can see, the logs are getting worse and worse.
Oh, man.
All these little pieces that stuck out right here are gone at this point. Still got it foamed in right there. Looks like I'm growing mushrooms. And starting to decay quite a bit. So this is something that's going to need to be getting addressed here probably spring, I would say.
I could only assume when you address the bottom, you will address the top.
All
also.
of it. Yeah. It's a chain reaction. Basically, once this right here gets fixed, the roof's going to come off. All of this rotted wood here is going to come off. And I've got a decision to make. Right now, the front runner is me adding on to the tiny house here and tying the two together. Putting a kitchen right here where it originally was designed to be, just indoor instead of outdoor. Putting a dining room off the front right here and come off the bedroom side right there all the way across, and actually put a living room with a little walkout deck right back there where the tree is. And then tying the two in together with a shipping container, a little 20-foot shipping container. And kind of make a breezeway right here with glass doors on both sides so you can go that way to the fire pit when there's a party going on. Or this area right here will all be the outdoor kitchen and the front of the cabin right here. And then whenever it's not being used as a walkthrough or something like that, the foyer or whatever you want to call it to connect the two buildings, it can also be used as a herb garden because it'll be glass doors on both sides and kind of be like a little mini greenhouse in the spring and winter time, where I could do starts and stuff like that, getting ready for spring, or grow just fresh herbs and spices and stuff to cook with and stuff like that. And also to just smell amazing, right? So that's one plan. The other one is taking these logs out here and actually coming out about 10 foot to 12 foot off the cabin all the way around with a block wall, go up another 2 foot from what the cabin is there to make the ceiling higher, and actually get trusses to go all the way across, and have some of it where to be exposed like outdoor porches, and some of it closed in for extra rooms and stuff like a bathroom and a kitchen and stuff like that for the cabin, and just leave this independent. So, don't know yet. We're going to do some pricing. Budget's going to be a huge determining factor of it. I really like the fact of tying these two together, but it's a lot more work. So I don't know.
It'd be twice as much work, huh?
Yeah, well, it depends on how extreme we go here. With me eliminating the second story here, by just coming up another 2 foot and actually having all of the weight on the concrete walls around.
Okay.
It definitely helps the process, because then I don't have a second floor to deal with, and the extra room will actually be the distance in between here. But that right there, pouring a slab all the way around as well, and with headers or footers, I should say, you know, to be able to catch the weight and stuff like that. Yeah. So I don't know. We do have a subscriber that is very good at this kind of stuff. They have reached out to Mike and them. They've reached out. They've helped Simple Life Reclaim as well, Country Road Cure, and they have reached out to me in the past and said they are willing to help. So I might start throwing some ideas and getting a couple of concepts up to kind of see if I can see my vision
come blossom
in like 3D and try to figure it out. But feel free in the comments to let me know what you guys think. It will make it to where it doesn't look like a log cabin on the outside anymore, but on the inside, the walls on the inside will have so much character. They will no longer be load bearing, but yet they will separate the rooms and give it a real old cabin look on the inside.
Right.
You know, I don't know exactly how it'd face all the block walls. More than likely it'd be rock off this property. That way the outside looks rock. And then whenever you walk into those first rooms, one side would be log cabin, one side would be stone. I think it'd be pretty cool. Structure wise, I think that's the safest as far as storms go. Adding block walls around the whole perimeter.
Yeah.
And really taking all the stress off the old wood and really make it more of like room separators versus outside walls.
Okay. So
that could work as well.
Yeah.
What do you think, Midnight? You think it's time to get a little scratchy, huh? Well, that moves us to the next little project that'll be coming. These are the bigger projects, guys. There's a lot of smaller stuff that we're going to go on later on in the video that's going to kind of dot in between these bigger projects that we're going over right now. Check this out too, guys. Ooh, look at them boots. We had a subscriber reach out to us and actually sent them some boots first, and I loved them so much they sent me a pair of boots.
Man, these Arctic Storms they're legit.
Yeah.
They are awesome.
They're amazing. So, as y'all know, I'm buying some land right now from my neighbor. We're in the middle of it, and he owns the pond right beside me. And he did tell me that I can fish the pond, which is really cool. I do plan on doing that here in the future. Hold on one second. We're about to have to blaze through some stuff. Oh. All right, that's going to be our toughest part. Let me flip y'all around. See, old Midnight is tapping into her inner rider. She misses her brother, and so do I. This is the longest that Ryder has ever been gone from the mountain officially. And he's got me worried, to say the least. I have not been here in a long time. I spoke a little too soon. There's a lot more briars than I thought there was. Yeah, all this used to be clear. We're almost there. Huh? Yeah. Pond is low.
Yeah, it is. Wow. Yeah, it is. I've never seen it before. Look at that.
Yeah. They used to have a fishing thing off of it.
Huh.
See a little fishing line? That's been there since I bought this place.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow. Hey, you know, and there are fish in here. I've seen activity in here.
Oh yeah, he said I could fish it. He said there's some good brim in there and bass. He said he don't know about catfish, but yeah, I'm excited to give it a whirl. After rainy season, you right there, something just jumped in the water right over there.
Okay.
But the reason why I brought you to this location is because we are adding something like this onto Come On Mountain. Probably pretty close to about the same size. I really like this size.
This is a nice size.
Yeah, it's not too big and it's not too small.
What do you think this is? About an eighth of an acre, a quarter of an acre?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say a quarter of an acre. Not too big, not too small. Big enough that you can have a swimming area in, and also big enough to be able to maintain a fish habitat, you know. And also the wildlife will enjoy it.
Yeah, heck yeah.
You know, the deer will be coming in to drink and all of that stuff. And I have a low area on the back of the property, which we'll go look at here shortly. Are you playing? Midnight sure has came a long ways. So much.
I remember the first time I seen her, and the first time when we first got here last year, you couldn't even look at her and she'd run.
Yeah. I think she finally feels home. So yeah, I'm gonna be working with Drew's Lens and Drew's Lens Reacts, and he's going to be digging me a pond in the spring. He's got a couple of projects. Oh, ow, ow! Why didn't y'all tell me that was there? He's got a couple of projects that he's working on right now that's going to keep him busy until spring. But the plan is to start, yeah, digging a pond out here. We'll go ahead and go this direction too while we're in here. We ain't did a walk around in the woods on Come On Mountain in a while. This is the creek that runs behind the cabin. It's a little water here and there, but not much. You can see the tip of the cabin right up there. But this whole area here is going to be where the goats are and the sheep and the smaller animals like that. I started clearing about a year ago, as y'all can see, when I was clearing around the cabin. And we're going to do a little bit more clearing. I'm not going to take out none of the big trees, but I do want to take down all of this smaller stuff. But I'm not going to do it all right now. I'm going to let the goats do a lot of it. But all the stuff that's going to be around the fence line, I'm going to go ahead and take down so I don't have to worry about doing it while the fence is up.
Right.
But we're going to start cutting fence lines. I actually own pretty much right up to that bank right there for the pond.
Okay.
And there's already some posts and stuff on the ground back there. Some T-posts, which I'll run across. And then I'm going to come up the road over here. So much easier to walk through these woods now, ain't it? Go back down the creek. It's always an easier journey down the creek. To make a real cool waterfall, what's happening right here.
When this is at full throttle, it's about knee deep.
Oh yeah, it gets the flowing through here.
Matter of fact, I've sat on this log and had water underneath me and did a video here.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, midnight. Midnight's turning into a cat dog.
Cat dog.
And look where we're at, guys. We're at Drifter's Lane.
Hey.
So basically, the plan is we're going to come all the way up this drive right here with the fence and then cut across the top of the hill right before the yard and fence this whole area in right here. And this whole area is for smaller animals like goats and stuff like that. So when you pull in, you'll see the goats and the sheep and all of that. I'm going to run the fence probably right along the road right here all the way up. And I'll show you why once we get up the hill a little bit. Lead the way, Midnight.
I tell you what, I'm so happy that we're feeling better.
Yeah, me too.
I woke up this morning and feel I'm 100% better than yesterday, and yesterday was better than the day before, so I'm feeling good.
I promise you 3 days ago, I wouldn't have been able to get out here and walk around like I'm doing right now. And I'm still not to the point where I feel like I'm ready to take on a big building project. I still got a little more healing to do. That's why I felt like it would be a good time to go ahead and make this 2024 type of projection.
Little preview.
Yeah, a little preview of what's to come here. Now the reason why the fence, you see, there's actually an old fence here. They got some old barbed wire that ran all the way up here. And it's smashed down right there. Y'all can't really see it that good. But as you can see, the cabin and stuff's right there. And it's basically going to come up to about where this tree is right here and cut down that way right behind the fire pit area. What that also does is give me the back line of the yard fence already done. then I can continue on here as a different section, because all of this is getting cleared, guys, for a huge project coming to the mountain this year. That's where my solar field's gonna be.
Man.
I have evaluated different spaces and all that, and basically this area right here on top of this hill, guys, I'm the only one that travels this now, except for occasionally my neighbor runs through here, or if Mike and them are coming up here anyways. So they're going to be coming to the yard if they come.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I get no other traffic, so privacy's not an issue.
Yeah.
As far as that. And I feel like this is just the best spot for sun, because you can see it right there now. I have woods and stuff there, but this is far enough away from it with the clearing that it gets good sunlight even in the winter.
Right, right.
You get any closer over there and you lose a lot. Now in the spring and summer, the sun comes right across it.
Yep.
Right across it. So
Okay.
I think that's the best place to put it without keeping it close enough to the structures that I don't lose a lot by wire distance and all of that. And I can do some nice planting and stuff around there and kind of make it look good. You can hear Chanel.
This time last year, actually, you just started breaking ground over here, getting us a little area ready, huh?
Yep. And that's where we're headed next. Because as y'all know, we took down that 20 by 20 shop that the neighbor gave us a couple of months ago. And that's got to get put up this year. I don't want to leave it laying for a whole year and going down. So, yeah, let's go to the boneyard. And Chanel's like, let's go over there and bring me some groceries. Fell off Uber. What are you doing, new cat dog? I'm just so impressed with Midnight.
Man.
I really am. Ah, look how much more open it looks over here now that all the leaves are gone.
Holy smokes.
And look at that mountain view, guys. All of this is getting parked out because that pond we was just talking about, you can see how the ground slopes all down in there. That's where all the water from the mountain behind me and where my new property is going to be behind me floods into this property and makes it to where I can't build or nothing over here, so I might as well turn it into a pond. And that's a nice little view when you're over here working all day in the shop.
Right.
The shop is basically going right here. And we're going to add on to it as well.
I'm just visualizing everything as it goes.
Yeah. But it's basically going to be a 20 by 20 shop to start with. And then I'm probably going to do a couple lean-tos off the side of it to be able to park odds and ends stuff. I have a lot of equipment nowadays.
Yeah.
We was actually just talking about it.
Happen to have acquired one or two things.
I have a couple of things I need to go get. I got 2 tractors I got to go out of town and get. So that's going to be 4 tractors here on Come On Mountain. I have a boat, a 4-wheeler, a golf cart, 2 trailers.
And personal vehicles.
And personal vehicles. And there's more coming on that this year as well, here in the next month or 2. Something big's actually coming. Just can't talk about it quite yet.
Man,
so yeah.
How different it looks right here being wall of
Yeah. Yeah, normally it's. The goats have done their part. All of this is about to get cleaned up. Once I start cutting in all these fence lines, I'm going to be cleaning up this whole area as well too. Is before winter gets here, to really get some grass growing in the yard area.
Okay.
For this year. I don't want it to be all dirt and clay. I might even bring in some topsoil if need be. I'm tired of all the dirt. I'm over it. I'm over it.
Lissa said that she would rather just get load after load of rock than to have just no dirt. She said she'll throw it all the way back like she's in the desert and just have a yard of rock.
Do a whole Arizona landscape.
That's kind of a cool idea.
Yeah, it is. But even with all these leaves, rocks is a lot of maintenance as well.
Yeah, true.
Once they start falling on it and all that. But rock is the best option. like in Florida, we use a lot of mulch and stuff like that. And then in Florida, with all the Florida pine trees and stuff, they bale the pine straw for up north, because up north they use pine straw like we use mulch in the South.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And yeah, my parents own a bunch of pine trees, and they get them cut down. And every year they come in and bale the pine straw and all of that. Come on. Come on. Oh, she done seen a bird. She's like, meow, nothing. It's hunting time.
She's making mental notes of where everything is.
Yeah, she's like, okay, 2 birds there, just fluttered in there. Yeah, you could tell it's a nice day. The birds are flying around and chirping today.
The kids and I went on a walk not too long ago, and we were checking out the birds and stuff like that.
And right here is the creek that's behind, that y'all have seen a million times. And as you can see, it's starting to get wet. And right here, you can see where it goes down into that low. And right here, you can see, I don't know if the camera will pick it up or not, but it's higher right here, and it slopes down. Everything from back there and from over there slopes into this one low right here. That's why I think it's going to be the perfect place for a pond.
Yeah.
Perfect place. Come on. Good job. Didn't even get your paws wet.
Look at you.
Didn't even get your paws wet.
And I said I got my new shoes on.
Yeah. Speaking of new shoes, those just worked out tremendously walking through all that water.
Hey, another great thing about you building a pond there, you know what that does?
What's that?
That takes all the rushing water that would have went all the way to my fence line and down the back and collects it into a spot to where now I'll be able to have some resourceful little land right there.
Well, if we can get the drainage right, because we have little channels that go through here, all through here, that y'all can't see because of all the grass. If we can funnel all that to the pond and then do one overflow from the pond and control where that overflow goes, we might be able to stop that from even being a low area for you. So his low area, his place backs up to that low area as well.
Yeah.
It doesn't have as big a section as this low, but the back of their end is a little bit lower. They was talking about that's where the hog pens are going. Man, look how gorgeous.
The air quality is so clear. You can, man, the mountain is so beautiful today.
I needed a nice little walk and good weather. I'm gonna be bush hogging here soon.
Man, get out of my brain. I was just thinking it needed a good old bush hog.
Yeah, bush hog while it's down like this, and see if I can't get some hay growing for next year. Help feed some of these animals. Wow. Apparently the deer had a look here.
Holy
See all these tracks? They was out here saying, nah, 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 boo, boo.
Happy New Year.
Wow.
We know you're down and out. We're partying like rock stars. You ain't touching it.
Yeah, I missed the last 4 or 5 days of open gun, modern gun season or whatever, being sick, which was unfortunate. I was really wanting to, so I guess it's time to break out the crossbow.
Yeah.
I guess. Also, check this out. Look what we got here.
Are those grapes?
I think those are. Those muscadine grapes.
Muscadine, that's right.
You were very vocal today there at midnight. Yeah, there's a lot of deer tracks through here. Yeah, I think it's bow time.
Yeah.
I do want to get one more before the season ends, so I think I might have to go that route. As soon as I'm better, I'm getting close. Man, the fact that I've walked around for 24 minutes now and
you're not all out of breath yet.
I'm not out of breath and all that. We're making moves. I tell you what, this area that you bush hogged right here is a big difference between the rest of it.
Yeah. You look around and even the quality of the grass growing back of it. You know, this looks fresh and that looks dead.
Yeah, and you got a little bit of green there.
Yeah.
If we can get it to look like that over there, we'll be into business. And this right here, guys, is one of the biggest things that's happening here. Is all of that is about to be part of Come On Mountain. All the way back to that mountain.
Man.
Yeah, that's huge. Huge. That's a huge addition to Come On Mountain. And there's a road behind there, and it's already fenced. It needs work, but it's already been fenced on that back line there. So I'm thinking if I can run a fence all the way to there to the yard fence, and kind of do the same thing on this side and tie into that fence, then I could just run cows back here. And this be the pasture area, and then let them run in the woods a little bit as well.
A little protection off.
Yeah, that way I don't mess up my hunting area. But they got more room to kind of roam and all that other stuff. And with it all fenced in, I'll get a couple of things like some donkeys or stuff like that to kind of help protect them.
Okay.
Because, man, I've always wanted a couple of donkeys. Be like, hee-haw.
Did I tell you that Odin and Halo seen their first donkey not too long ago?
Did they?
Apparently the neighbor over here has a donkey in his
house.
Yeah,
there's a couple of donkeys.
Oh.
Well, going that way.
Well, I would say, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, all the cows and everything were bunched over by the fence, and everybody was just hanging out, and the dogs were out there. And all of a sudden, like, it might have been, I don't know, one of the dogs started barking at the cows, and out of nowhere, this donkey just made this piercing scream, right, and ran towards the fence and started, like, making a bunch of noise. And Odin and Halo were just, like, perplexed. They were like, what is that?
That donkey was about to go into protection mode. Uh-oh, I see cows. I see cows.
Hey, that brings a whole new realization to the word donkey kick.
Hey, them donkeys ain't no joke, but them donkeys will take some junk down. Yeah, so a lot of big stuff coming up this year. I don't know how much of it will actually be completely completed. My goal for sure is to at least have the cabin or whatever I decide with that, tying in the tiny house to the cabin or whatever, dried completely in by next winter. I don't see the whole house being done in a year.
Right.
It's not feasible.
Yeah.
Especially with me having a place to actually live right now doing it. I can really kind of take my time and do it the way I want to do it. But I definitely want full functioning solar.
Yeah.
By the end of this year. I want the whole system to be up, going, and living 100% sustainable off the sun, and not have to use gas anymore and stuff like that. That
what
is
a goal itself. Just that alone is going to be so amazing.
Yeah, that's my biggest one. I'm going to start buying pieces. I'm never going to have the money just to buy it all at one time. So I'm going to start in phases.
Right.
Phase one, I think I'm going to go ahead and get the solar field done and get it to where I can produce. And then I'll start buying the components that I need, because I'm going to buy a stackable system.
Right.
So if I have the panels already in place, once I get the first phase, I can go and then I can save up and get more batteries and get more controllers and stuff like that, and kind of stack the system. And yeah, that's the ultimate goal. For me, that's the big one. That's the one I want done more than anything. The pond is a luxury. I say it's a luxury, but it's also about water management around here. I've got a lot of low areas that's got stuff running through it and stuff, and I'd like to control that a little bit better, especially if I'm going to be running animals and stuff this year. Speaking of animals, let's get into the smaller stuff a little bit. First and foremost, chickens. Chickens are ready to Come On Mountain. Jeff over there at Bobblehead Homestead has got my chickens ready, so I need to get ready for them. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Well, you hyped up, ain't you? Hey, girl. Hey, girl. What are you doing, Chanel? Yeah, I know it. You want food. It ain't even grocery time, but you're ready for groceries. Are you keeping them? Do you want to go out in the field with the cows and protect them? Huh? You turned into a good livestock guardian dog. And of course, the yard goat. Coco. Coco, what are you doing? She's something else, ain't she?
Man, listen, Coco blows my mind. Especially the way she'll just blatantly commit breaking and entering.
Yeah. Like, it's like the electric just doesn't bother her at all.
Right through the fence.
Because the fence is working. I seen that Eclipse trying to push Icy into the fence.
Did you see that?
And that right there is why Eclipse is so happy in there, because she loves to play.
Yeah.
Goats play and she loves to play. Look at her. Agonizing them. Look at her.
Chief will chase her around.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know it. I know it. I know it.
Look at his horns.
Oh, yeah. They done went about that much more.
Man.
She's turning into quite the man, ain't you? Y'all got about 2 more hours. 2 more hours. 2 more hours. I'm telling you, 2 more hours. Rabbits are doing good. They're stealth mode right now.
Stealth, yeah.
What are you doing? Let's do a wellness check.
Big mama.
Big mama. Hey, baby girl. Hey. Oh, you already got food, so now we're not friends, huh?
Yeah.
I fed them quite a bit yesterday. I bet you they all got a little bit extra. So what are we going to do with the chickens? And I'm already starting to grow a little hay, guys. A little hay project y'all don't know about. Starting on come on putting green over here. Check this out.
This is the greenest spot of the whole entire yard.
Yeah. This is where the goats ate their hay. And right there is where the hay was at. See the square?
Yeah. That's so cool.
Yeah. So if I can get that happening out there in the power lines, we'll be in there.
You know, I don't ever think of hay being grass. You know,
Yeah.
that obviously it's, you know, but that's pretty interesting.
We also got to get Uber fired up. Now that the whole drainage and the septic tank has all settled, you can see where the tank is right there, and then the line down there. I need to push the rest of this over there and level this back out. And then when the first snow falls, we're having a bonfire.
Bonfire.
Probably going to come right here, push a lot into this area right here, kind of away from the trees, and slowly start feeding it and burning that, and doing the same thing over there by where the boneyard is. I got these whenever we got that shed.
I love these things right here. These are so awesome.
I like them too, but right now I'm not in a position to do them like I want to do them.
Right.
So I think to start with, what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate them a little bit. I'm going to make it where the doors work, where you can get on each side. I'm going to wrap one of them with tarps to make it like winterized. And then I'm going to do like a little run in between the two and leave one open so they can come out in daylight and stuff like that and eat and all that stuff. For the time being. Eventually I want to do a lot more with these and have a lot bigger chicken yard. But I think that would be a good enough solution for the winter, and to at least get them from Jeff so Jeff don't have to keep feeding them.
Right.
And they can start producing eggs and stuff here and all of that. That's a lot of space.
Yeah.
Especially if I do the little run in between. I mean, that'd be good. I can put some perches up there and stuff, and I'll probably get like some milk crates or something like that. Something simple just to stick in there for nesting boxes for right now. Or maybe use some of the scrap over there and just knock some together real quick. Something easy peasy. Use something that I've already got, where all it's just going to cost me is a little bit of money with tarps and stuff from Harbor Freight. Right. I ain't even going to get the real expensive ones or nothing like that. Something that'll just hold up for the winter.
Need be.
And that way this spring, because I got a whole plan for the chicken, guys. I want the chickens close to my raised bed area.
Okay.
I want them to work. I want them to work hand in hand, and the rabbits as well. So, yeah, in the future. What do you think?
I like it. That sounds great.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
But, at least it gives you a good, you know, you got to have a good structure. So
yeah.
you got to have a list. You got to be able to check things off the list. Hey, and you can't do anything until you talk about it.
Yeah, you got to talk about it. And you got to have a game plan.
You got to have a plan.
And man, it's changed so much out here, guys. I mean, with the new year and everything, I got to thinking about when I bought the place and all of that. I mean, it was woods there. It looked like that around the cabin. And now look at it, guys. Oh, yeah, we were supposed to show one more thing. You know what I'm thinking?
Oh, man, yep.
So, when all the goats got out, that's something I ain't showed y'all. When all the goats got out a couple of weeks ago, I had some cat food on the very top shelf, like 7 foot tall, somewhere around there, about 7 foot up. Well, they decided they wanted it, and they got it, but they destroyed my shed.
Yeah, they turned it into their own personal playground.
Yeah, it's bad, guys, and it's going to take forever.
It makes you not even want to go in there.
Yeah, it's bad. Look at this.
Ready? Here we go. Ta-da!
Look at that, guys. They literally climbed up on the shelves to get the bag of cat food that was way up there. Right there's the bag. To get it and knocked everything off the shelves and just trampled in here and just destroyed it. Everything was in that wheelbarrow from the project.
Right.
And all this was clear. Just had the lawnmower there. That was it. This stuff was over here in buckets. And now look at it. Yeah, goats gone wild. Goats gone wild. So with that happening, I was like, whew, I need to stop that from happening. So this right here, new tool shed. I've been doing a lot of thinking of what I wanted to put in here and everything. And the most expensive stuff that I got out here by far is my tools.
Yeah.
So I need to protect them. So I'm thinking about getting one of those long toolboxes that's like 4 foot tall, something like that, where I can put all my wrenches and stuff in. And then have one side that's just for like the chop saw and stuff, like the bigger stuff that needs a lot of space, and just have one side that's just actually for like hand tools, stuff like that, and maybe put air tools and that kind of stuff in the back here.
Okay.
And I can reach out to Patio Well, which they've already reached out to me, guys, about doing some more work together. And might be a couple more of these coming to the mountain.
These are so nice. These they really. I mean, you stand up in the middle.
Yeah, in the middle I can make it all the way to about here, which is enough to reach the wall. Yeah. So if I put shelving there or whatever, I could actually stand here and work and stuff like that. I think that's the best option for this. Save my tools.
Right.
And be honest with you, I could even put a little lean-to off the side for the lawnmower, stuff like that.
I was just gonna say maybe for
you know, nothing big or major, just something a little small.
Yeah.
Just to be able to put other type of equipment like that can be somewhat outside.
Right. Exposed to the
elements,
to
just
the
not to the rain and snow and stuff like that. So, like that concrete mixer over there. So yeah, the goats got me, guys. They got me. But making progress. We still all of the stuff that we got from our awesome subscribers for Uber. That's coming here soon too. But I don't want to put it together right now until I got somewhere to put it up under, like what we just talked about.
Right.
I don't want to build it and just leave it out in the yard, because once I build it, it's going to take up a lot more space than what it does right there.
True.
But I think what I'm going to do next is kind of pick up a little bit of the stuff around the yard. It's not in really that bad of shape at all. I've been keeping up with it the best that I can, but I have been down for a couple of weeks now. So Mother Nature starts winning, like wood down.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Blew a couple of things around here on the outdoor kitchen. But just get everything kind of settled up, and why I'm letting my energy kind of come back. And then we're going to get started in the pump house and the stuff that was originally on the list to get the living itself situated and done. Still trying to get a hold of that plumber for the gas.
Hey man, between him and the dozer people, it's so crazy.
It's hard. So we'll see. We'll see if I have any luck this week with that. But there goes Coco. And that right there is, guys, why I don't mind Coco running around. Coco is a trip. Coco is a trip.
That was just like out of nowhere. She just took off like a rocket.
Dude, she'll come and visit me some, and then all of a sudden just bolt and be bouncing and kicking her legs up to the side and stuff, just trouting and stuff. She's a trip. She's fun. Look at Midnight sitting up there talking about, hey, where's my food? But that is the outlook for 2024, guys. That is the hopes and the dreams and all of that. Like I said, there's no way all the projects will be completed next year. It's impossible to just really build 2 houses or 1 house in 1 year, primarily by yourself. So yeah, that ain't happening, but it'll hopefully dried in by this time next year. Definitely want to get the pond done. And like I said, top priority for me is solar this year. I want solar and infrastructure for animals. That's the 2 big things now that I've got a comfortable place to lay my head, take a shower, use the restroom, get out of the elements and all that other stuff. Now it's time to kind of get the animals where I need them to be.
Right.
And also I want to bring in a couple of more just for self-sustainable issues. And I really would like to do a garden this year in the spring. So a raised bed area is on the list, for sure. It ain't gonna be massive. It's gonna be one that kind of grows as I get better.
You got to start somewhere.
Yeah, but a couple of raised beds here or there and stuff like that, and just really start being able to grow my own stuff.
Hey, will you do me a favor when you start your raised beds?
Don't disrespect the tomatoes.
Don't disrespect the tomatoes.
Don't disrespect the tomatoes. All right, guys, love every single one of y'all. The next one's probably going to be a getting it video, guys. I think I'm getting close. Love every single one of y'all. I hope y'all have good goals for 2024. You ain't going to get there all at one time, guys. You just got to keep taking small steps towards them. Next thing you know, you check one off the list and you're moving on to the next. So until we see each other again, guys, come on. Let's go on another adventure.